One of the most significant modern NYC corruption probes involves a sitting mayor, multiple federal agencies, and alleged foreign influence. This is the timeline of the Eric Adams investigations. The story begins long before City Hall. During his years as Brooklyn Borough President, Eric Adams was already under scrutiny for luxury travel and fundraising networks tied to international donors. Investigators later identified this period as the start of influence-building relationships, particularly involving Turkish-linked individuals and developers. By 2021, the focus shifted to the mayoral campaign. Federal and city investigators began looking into straw donor schemes and possible illegally disguised foreign money. The core concern was whether foreign-linked donations were being routed through intermediaries to benefit the Adams campaign under the radar. On November 2, 2023, the investigation went public. In a major turning point, the FBI raided the home of Adams's top fundraiser, Brianna Suggs. The searches didn't stop there. Phones and devices belonging to aides and the mayor's inner circle were seized, signaling a widening probe. By late 2023, the investigation expanded directly into City Hall operations, focusing on city decision-making and potential pay-to-play risks. One major focus was the Turkish consular building. Allegations arose about pressure on city agencies to bypass standard fire safety inspections. Multiple aides and consultants were subpoenaed. The investigation was now described as wide-ranging and ongoing, reaching the highest levels of the administration. In early 2024, the case entered the grand jury phase. Jurors began reviewing evidence of campaign finance fraud and foreign influence. While no charges were public yet, the steady stream of subpoenas and device seizures hinted at the legal storm gathering over City Hall. September 2024 marked a historic moment. Eric Adams became the first sitting New York City mayor to be indicted on federal charges. The indictment included 5 counts: bribery, conspiracy to defraud the United States, wire fraud, and solicitation of illegal foreign contributions. Prosecutors alleged Adams accepted over $100,000 in undisclosed luxury travel benefits from Turkish sources in exchange for influence. Beyond travel, the indictment alleged campaign finance fraud, specifically the misuse of the city's public matching fund system through straw donors. The fallout was immediate. FBI agents seized more devices at Gracie Mansion, and calls for the mayor's resignation came from across the political spectrum. The investigation branched out further, reaching senior advisors and top NYPD officials, revealing a pattern that investigators labeled as pay-to-play networks. Then came April 2025. In a stunning turn, a federal judge dismissed the entire case with prejudice, criticizing the political implications of the prosecution. While the legal case ended, the court did not declare innocence. The dismissal closed the courtroom chapter, but left the political controversy wide open. The legacy of this probe is a permanent shift in how NYC handles fundraising and foreign donations, sparking intense pressure for ethics reforms. Regardless of the dismissal, the investigation damaged public trust and remains a historic case study in the intersection of local politics and federal oversight. The Eric Adams investigation, a complex web of allegations that challenge the heart of New York City's government. Thank you for watching. The Turkevi Center in Manhattan, a 36-story diplomatic skyscraper that became the center of a major FDNY pressure incident. The issue? Unresolved fire safety defects, inspectors unready to approve, and a hard deadline for a presidential visit. Step 1. Early September 2021. A senior Turkish official allegedly tells Adams it was time to repay. The demand was clear: speed up FDNY approval so the building could open for President Erdogan's visit. Step 2, September 5th. Pressure is directed toward the FDNY commissioner and the fire safety review chain. Step 3, September 6th. Adams allegedly tells staff he will contact FDNY leadership directly. Step 4, September 7th. Urgency increases as the Turkish side pushes for timing aligned with the visit. Step 5, September 8th, the turning point. Adams messages the FDNY commissioner, asking for an intervention. He references an administrative workaround involving a letter of defects and coordination with the Department of Buildings. Step 6, same day. Adams reassures the Turkish side, signaling that he is pushing the process forward. Step 7, internal FDNY pressure escalates. Officials are told objections should not block the opening. One safety official is allegedly told he could lose his job if he did not approve the building. Step 8. A forced workaround is achieved. Firewatch measures are used as a substitute for full safety certification. Step 9. September 2021. President Erdogan visits and the ribbon-cutting proceeds as planned. Step 10. The aftermath. The building continues operating under temporary approvals while safety questions linger. Prosecutors argue this sequence shows a clear chain, from foreign demand to political intervention and regulatory workarounds. To break it down simply, safety objections were met with mayoral pressure, leading to a political outcome over regulatory clearance. It started with a foreign demand for prestige, linked to prior political benefits. That led to direct intervention by Adams, contacting FDNY leadership repeatedly to find a way through. Internal pressure followed, where professional safety judgment was sidelined by political urgency. The result was a regulatory workaround that allowed a building with safety defects to open its doors. The political goal was achieved on schedule, but the safety concerns remained unresolved for years. City inspectors later questioned whether proper sign-off was ever actually completed at the time of opening. The case highlights the tension between professional safety rules and high-level political influence in the city. A timeline of pressure, workarounds, and a diplomatic skyscraper at the center of a federal investigation. This incident remains a focal point in the understanding of the relationship between city leadership and regulatory agencies. Here's a 60-second breakdown of the Turkish influence allegations against Mayor Eric Adams. It began with years of relationship building and over $100,000 in alleged luxury travel perks from Turkish officials. During the 2021 election, prosecutors say a straw donor system funneled hidden foreign-linked money into his campaign. In exchange, Adams allegedly pressured the FDNY to approve the new Turkish consulate building despite safety concerns. Prosecutors allege these favors were concealed through fake receipts and misleading ethics disclosures. The DOJ calls it a multi-year influence system where NYC power was traded for personal and political gain. The case is now in federal court. That's the 60-second breakdown.